So what we're also going to do is we're going to make sure, and by the way, we have our 11 a.m. sales meeting at our office. If you are local in the LA area, we do this training at 10 a.m. Pacific time, 1 p.m. Eastern. Right after, at 11 a.m. Pacific, at my office in the city of Downey, California, we have a sales meeting. So if you have local people, feel free to send them to that sales meeting, okay? Because this being a hybrid business, this is not just a traditional network marketing company. This is a legitimate sales career that we have sales reps come to our office, talk about sales, we input leads, we price them out, we get the questions answered, right? Because again, this is a hybrid business. So the Fast Start training, let's get into this. Let me move this out the way. All right, so we're going to go through this. So the first couple of things are basic. Most of you guys already know this. Identify your why. Why are you doing the business? You want to be specific, you want to write it down, and you want to have short-term and long-term whys as well. This is so important. I remember I had been involved in network marketing for a lot of years, and I was like, yeah, I heard this, yeah, whatever. And I wouldn't really treat it serious. You've got to write down specifically what is it you want. One of the things that a lot of billionaires have in common is that they have a very clear vision. They have written down exactly what is it that they want to achieve. For example, how soon do you want to get your first solar sale? Today, we're going to talk about, I want to put an emphasis. We're going to show you guys some scripts that are proven to work to get the utility bills, to get the appointments, to get the sales. How soon do you want to write your first deal? Remember this, what you do will tend to duplicate. If you get off to a fast start, it is more likely that you will get more people on your team off to a fast start. If you were with another company in the past and you didn't have results, doesn't matter. This is a brand new start, brand new business. Get excited about it. So identify why you're doing the business. Make sure that you're specific about it and make sure that you've got at least 4 or 5 whys written down. Okay. Also, what are you going to give up in order to achieve these things? Very important. So it's not enough to say, oh, here's what I want to do. No, 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 no. That's not enough. Let me go ahead and make sure everybody's muted. 1 second. It's not enough, ladies and gentlemen, that you know what you want to achieve. You've got to now identify and write down, what am I going to give up? Now, I'll tell you this much. Here's a tip I'm going to give you. Be the most coachable you've ever been. In the last 3 years, I made about $1.5 million in this industry, and we didn't have a comp plan even come close to this, and I had no solar experience. It's hard for me to say that what I'm saying without some people inevitably thinking that I'm being cocky. I am not being cocky. I assure you, I'm not. But I will tell you, I say that so I could drive the point home, which is be extremely coachable. Ask yourself this question. Who have I been listening to? Who you've been listening to, including yourself, right? Our parents, our teachers, you know, at school, whatever the case may be. Who you've been listening to is part of what got you where you are today. Now, if you're happy with where you are today, great. If you're not happy where you are today, some of it has to do with who you've been listening to and who you've been spending your time with. Sometimes we've been listening to ourselves too much instead of listening to people that have the results. So trust me, stick to the basics. What are you going to give up? Identify, and you want to write it down. Okay, for example, I used to play a lot of poker with my friends during the week. This is 15 years ago. I said, you know what? These guys are all broke, busted, and disgusted. They are not happy. They don't wake up early because they go to sleep late. And they're broke, they're gambling. I got to start hanging out with these other guys that are disciplined, that are going to the gym, that are going to sleep, that are taking care of themselves, and that take care of business during the day, and that have that discipline. And they, guess what? They're not broke. Some of these guys are pretty doggone successful. Who have you been listening to? So you want to write these down. It's not enough to write down the whys, but also why you are doing it. And then make an 18-month commitment. Here's my question to you. Would it be worth it to plug into every training possible, every meeting possible, to follow the system that we're going to teach you? We're going to have, next week, we'll probably go through the 8-point system. And we also have the 5 steps to success. if you master these things, you start to learn the network, the solar business, the network marketing business, you start to network. You want to get to the point where 200 people know that you are the solar pro in your area, that where you are at, you want to be like the mayor. The mayor, you meet and greet everybody and you kiss babies and they know that you are the solar specialist. Trust me when I tell you, when you get to that point, you will start to get people say, hey man, I was wondering if you could give me a solar proposal. Then this business becomes fun and it's easier to get there fast and to get there slow. Get a lot of people to know this, but you got to make a minimum. This should be in your notes, by the way. I don't think anybody has the best memory that they're going to remember all of this. So are you being coachable? Are you taking notes, right? 18-month commitment minimum. Let's keep going. Then you want to make your list. I recommend that you make a minimum of 100 names and numbers. They must be written down, not your phone. Do not prejudge anybody, okay? And you must, I talked about this earlier, you must get 200 people to know, beyond a shadow of a doubt, that you are in the solar industry. How soon, I want you guys to put it in the chat. Here's what I want you to put in the chat. How soon will 200 people know that you, Frank, that you, Cynthia, Matthew, are the solar specialist? That when somebody thinks of solar, they think, I want to hear it in the chat. Let me hear your commitment. 6 months, 3 months, 1 year, within that time frame that you commit to here today, you are committed to 200 people knowing that you are in the solar industry. And guess what? One of the best ways to do that is to make a list and to call these people and tell them, guess what? I'm in the solar industry. Thank you. I'm in the solar industry. And guess what? If I'm in the solar industry and they know, and then you show it. Somebody said 4 weeks. I love it. 200 people. Trust me when I tell you magic happens. Magic happens when you get a large amount of people to know, because you got to own it. Remember, this is a career path. We're not over here saying, hey man, I got the best weight loss tea. I got the best weight loss product, or I got the best CBD oil. Nothing wrong with those products. They're great products. I have the CBD oil. This is a network marketing CBD oil, right? Kelly says 1 month. I love it. Nothing wrong with those products, but you know what the problem is with a lot of these products? Number one, there's not big money in it. You could go to a networking event with what we've got, walk out of there, have earning $10,000. Have you ever had that in network marketing? Not me. So what if you get to 200 people? Some of you guys are going to join Chamber of Commerce groups, BNI groups, which guess what? We're going to train all of it. Okay. So I love it. I love it. I love the engagement here. Okay. So the solar industry, right? And get 200 people to know that ASAP. Okay. There's 2 types of lists you're going to build. The first list that you're going to build is you're going to build a homeowner list. The second list that you're going to build is a list of partners that you want to introduce to the solar industry. 2 lists, homeowners and partners. We're going to talk about here today how to approach the homeowners and how to approach people that you want to introduce to the business. Remember, some of you guys are going to join networking groups and you're going to be able to make an extra $7,000 to $10,000 from that one meeting. Is that going to happen every time? Of course not. But that is the potential that we've got here. So list of homeowners. So put all of your lists and maybe put a little home or a little star next to the homeowners and a $sign next to the business partners. It doesn't matter. But be coachable, make your list, right? Let's keep going. And we're going to go through the scripts. For those of you that are just joining us, we're going to be going through scripts today. So we're going through mini fast start training, and then we're going to be going through scripts. So the method is simple. The KISS method. Keep it super simple. Here's the basics of selling solar through the model, especially that we've got. Get the interest, get the bill, get the appointment, and then you tag a mentor to help you close a sale. We don't want to overcomplicate things. As we speak, the certification course is getting worked on. Okay, I already recorded the certification course, but we got to do a couple of edits. That should be available early next week. So you're going to start to learn everything solar. But don't suffer from paralysis by analysis. Oh, what is watts and what is kilowatt hours and what is kilowatt system size? And None of that matters. You know what matters? What matters right now is that you pique the interest of the homeowner. And after you pique the interest of the homeowner, you get their utility bill. And then you schedule an appointment. Then an expert sits down with you to present and close a sale for you. And you each make a couple $1,000 in 45 minutes. Not too shabby. And guess what? You're going to learn a whole lot from that presentation. But one of the mistakes that I made, excuse me, one of the mistakes that I made when I was new, I got overwhelmed. I was like, there's so much to learn. How do I know if a house needs a new electrical box? What's the difference between this inverter and that inverter? You're gonna drive yourself crazy. When I learned, what are the basics to learn solar? Get the interest, get the bill, get the appointment. Then I realized in the presentation, I'm learning so much while I'm plugging into the trainings and while I'm going through my certification course through the company. That's what I want to encourage you to do. So don't suffer from paralysis by analysis. The next one, let's talk about contacting homeowners. So we talked about scripts. And again, I'm going to share with you guys, remind me when we're done, in the chat, a link, a Google Doc link that has all these scripts in it. So I want you guys to take notes. I want you guys to listen and pay attention and know that you're going to have that script as well. So number one is, hey, Mike, I just started a career in the solar industry and I'm super excited about it. Listen, I'm currently finishing up my certification, but I need to design 4 more solar savings reports and present them. Could you help me out with this? Now, you don't have to buy anything, okay? You just have to let me present it to you. And also, if you allow me to present it to you, Mike, my company will actually give you a 3 nights and 4 stay in Vegas, right? It's a hotel covered, not the airplane ticket. It's a hotel covered. By the way, it's not just Vegas. They have, I think, Atlantic City. They have Miami. They have Cancun. There's a bunch. We're going to put a list of everywhere and all the details of everything. Jessica, make a note to have Stephanie help us with this. We're going to go into our portal and we're going to see what all the states, all the locations are and the time frame and all that stuff. So make a list of that. We got to get that list out to the team today. This is a really cool service that we offer as being, this is one of the perks that we offer being a part of our company, being a part of Build Network and Encore Solar. When you schedule the appointment with a homeowner, whether they buy or not, you're going to be able to go in your back office and request for the company to email this to them. So think about this. It's a win-win. I'll even tell my friends, look, honestly, bro, if I complete my 4 solar certifications, I get my bonus. Doesn't matter to me if you go solar or not, bro. It helps me complete my certification, get my bonus, and you get the trip to Vegas. We both win. Not a big deal. Could you help me out? Do you guys see how we're going with this? Now, keep in mind, training is something you do, not something you did. You're not going to get all of this in one training. You might have to rewatch this training. You're going to have to practice the script. You're going to have to fail a few times. But my question is this. Is it worth it? If 18 months from now you become an expert, 18 months from now you're becoming an expert and you're closing 2 to 4 mentor deals per month. That's $7,000 to $14,000 per month. Plus you're overriding your residual income. Answer me in the chat. Do you guys think that would be worth it? And by the way, nobody, 2 to 4 mentor sales per month is not knocking out the park. Some of y'all are going to be closing 10 a month. Some of you guys that want to learn the solar business, 10 a month plus. Okay. My question is, would that be worth it? Okay. Yes. Yes. Guess what? You got to make that 18-month commitment minimum. 18 months all in. Doesn't mean you are full-time. It means that the time that you do dedicate to the business, you are focused about the business. That's why the term laser focus exists. Because what is the difference between a flashlight and a laser? Focus. Okay? You got to be laser focused. So contacting the homeowner. Let's keep going. We got scripts today. Now, when you contact the homeowner, here's what you want to collect. You want to lean on the relationship. That's fast. Who do you know that's a homeowner? Is your brother a homeowner? Are your parents homeowners? Your best friend? Your high school buddies? You want to start thinking of those people. That's why you got to make the list to jog your memory. When you do contact them and you lean on the favor, you lean on help me out with my certification. Could you help me? Doesn't matter to me if you go solar or not. I just got to complete it. You get a trip to Vegas. It's a win-win, brother. You want to collect the utility bill. You want to collect the name, address, phone number, and email. That is what you need to get a proposal design. Okay, not that hard. Name, email, and phone number you probably already have. Okay, but I would make sure that you get their most current email. The address is going to be on their utility bill. If they send you the full utility bill, their utility is going to have it. So you get the doggone utility bill, and everything else you basically have, right? So let's keep going. Contacting the homeowner. Here's another script. Hey, Jen, of course, all of these are after the small talk. I call them, hey, by the way, I haven't talked to you, Frank, in a couple of weeks. Happy New Year. How's the family? Good, 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 good. Hey, listen, the reason why I'm calling you, Jen, have you noticed that your electricity bill has been going up a lot in the last few months or last few years? Yes, especially if you happen to live in a market where there's been these, rate hikes, and this is across the nation. Yes, they say. Me too. Did you know that I recently got started in the solar industry? I'm now certified with a company called Encore Solar to help homeowners evaluate if solar is the right fit for their home and can save them a ton of money on energy costs. Remember, Encore Solar is the name of our solar division. Build Network is a parent company. Our solar division is Encore Solar. If you feel more comfortable saying Build, that's fine. But Encore Solar is the name of the solar company, right? Now, continuation. Now, if solar didn't cost you anything out of pocket, would you be open to me showing you a solar savings report? I like to call it a solar savings report and not a solar proposal, because a solar proposal sounds like we're going to talk about a sale. A solar savings report sounds like, oh, solar savings report is going to save me some money. Who doesn't want to save money? Then you pause and let them answer. And again, if they agree, you get, this is the info that you get. Okay, let's keep going. Again, I'm going to give you guys a sheet that has all of these there. Okay. And if you want to make edits to the sheet, you want to make sure you make a copy of it, because you're not going to be able to edit it or anything like that. So make a copy of it, and then you can do whatever you want with it. So contacting the homeowner again. If they have questions, look, I'm barely going through my certification, Jennifer, so I really don't want to give you any false information. However, my manager has X amount of years of experience, and I can certainly connect you with him to ask any questions you may have. Or if they ask you a question that you don't know, hey, that's a great question. Let me go ahead and talk to my manager. As I told you, I'm just going through certification. I can get you that answer, right? If you don't make it a big deal, they won't make it a big deal. That is a key just for sales in general. If you make it a big deal and you get stumped, right, you immediately lose credibility. You don't want to do that. Don't make it a big deal. And they'll think it's not a big deal. Your reaction to what they say, right? But also the script is letting them know that you just got started. You're finishing your certification, okay? The key here is this: asking for the favor to complete the certification and giving a free trip to Vegas or one of the other locations that we've got. Again, we're leaning on the relationship, right? We're asking for the favor and leaning on the relationship. Okay. Here's what we're doing with the utility bill. Now, this is not necessarily to tell the homeowner, but you can if you want. But I want you to understand what we're doing. We're checking to see how many kilowatt hours they are currently using. That is how you measure electricity usage, kilowatt hours. Okay, so the bill shows us how many kilowatt hours they're using for the month and usually for a whole year's period. Okay, and we also want to know two things: how many kilowatt hours they're using, and number two, what they are paying for those kilowatt hours. We're going in the certification training. We have a training that's a brief training on how to read a bill and calculate how much they're using and what they're paying for that usage. Again, that certification course will be ready by next week, okay? We're also checking to see how much sun exposure their home gets. Are there trees that are blocking the sun or other factors like that? These are some of the things that are going to determine if somebody qualifies for solar. So I'll literally tell a customer, right? If I need to tell them this, I'll tell them this, but I'm letting you guys know this so you get a better understanding of what is it that we're doing. Now, let's talk about contacting everybody else. Remember, we want to build a team and we want to go out there and sell solar. The first thing I'm going to give you, the first advice I'm going to give you is you want to recruit yourself. You want to be all in yourself. You want to recruit yourself. Like, I'm in, I'm committed, I'm going, I'm focused. Recruit your spouse. Even if you don't recruit her into the business and she actually participates in the business, he or she doesn't participate in the business, if they support you, it makes your life a lot easier. And then the third thing is go recruit the world. So let's get into some of the scripts So a PBS is a private business showcase or a grand opening. You could either do your own personal one, or you could plug people into the meeting that we've got. For example, tomorrow at 5 o'clock Pacific, 8 p.m. Eastern, we got some Hawaii people, 2 p.m. your time. We have an opportunity business presentation. You could invite your people to that as well. Start to build your organization, right? Start to make the commissions, the residual, the override from the sales that they make, right? So also, I have a recorded opportunity presentation. If somebody could put my recorded presentation in the chat, that'd be great. The one that I just recorded 2 days ago, it's got like 200 views already, 200 something views. So you want to have a private business showcase, right? This could be in person or via Zoom. These days, it's a lot more popular via Zoom. Some of you guys may be in an area where somebody could do it for you in person, but via Zoom is the most duplicatable way. You want to get 5 to 12 people in your meeting, okay? But you want to get the double amount of confirmation. So if you want to get 5 people that show up to that Zoom, you want to get 10 people that say, I will be at the Zoom, right? Because only half will show up. And a leader will show you how to do this presentation. So here's a couple of scripts. We're going to go through a few scripts on the team building and the invite. Hey, John, listen, giving you a call because I just launched my solar business and I'm super excited about it. I'm actually having a grand opening via Zoom because it's a nationwide business, okay? The goal for this Zoom that we're doing is to show people how to become our affiliates for free, because we actually pay $1,000 for any referral that they send to us that goes solar. Can I count on you to make it? See, it's a nonchalant approach. It doesn't sound really like a network marketing company. You're being very open about what it is. It's a solar business. Everybody's familiar with the solar business. You're letting them know that we're showing people how to become affiliates for free, making $1,000, which is true. Now, granted, we're going to show them another option to become a consultant, right? But nevertheless, the affiliate option is free. Those people that actually go through the fundamentals, the basics are what? Making my list, writing my whys, making my list, writing down what I'm willing to give up, and actually time block. Here's one of the things that got me to go to another level. When I started time blocking, I said, okay, they tell me to be coachable. I haven't really been coachable. This time I'm sick and tired of the results, my lack of results. I'm going to be coachable. Then I said, at this time, I'm going to block it out, put my phone on silent, and guess what? I'm going to make my list. I'm going to do what they told me in Fast Start Training. Then from 1 to 2, I'm going to fire off phone calls. See, I don't make phone calls. I fire off phone calls. Even the way that I look at building my business is different. I think of myself like a machine. Right now, I've got approximately 60 personal frontline people in our soft launch. Within 6 months, I'll personally recruit 200 people into Build Network. 200 people, myself. Because I treat the business seriously. I have nothing in common with people that are not serious about the business. So I recommend you time block. Let's say from 1 to 2, I'm making phone calls. You already made your list. Fire off phone calls. Maybe you take 15 minutes to practice a script. Practice. That way it flows. In martial arts, we call it this. In martial arts, here's what we say. Drills. You do the drill. Some of you guys that follow me on Instagram and Facebook, you see my videos with my son. He does drills. Jab, cross hook, jab, cross hook, leg kick, boom, 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 drills. In martial arts, we say drillers are killers. Those drills are repetition. Same thing we do in the repetition of the scripts. So the mind forgets, but the body remembers. The mind forgets, but your mouth just says it. Why? Because you've said it so many times, because you become a professional. Because key word, here's key, because you are on purpose. You want to be successful, you've got to be on purpose. I'm showing you how to be on purpose. I'm showing you what works, right? I can't force anybody to do it, but I can give you all that I've got. I'm always going to leave it all out there. I'm going to leave it all out here for you. So this is the first script. Let's go through a couple of them. So let's look at an example. Let's say you invite 20 people to get on your Zoom, right? Let's say you have a private business reception, right? And you invite 20 people, 12 of them agree to show up, and 8 actually show up. And let's say you get 2 consultants out of it. Not too shabby. Okay, fine. 8 showed up. 2 of them said they're ready to pull the trigger. Now they got started. By the way, you made $40 in coded bonus, fast start bonus to start. Plus, you're halfway through your refer for yours is free, right? You make an average of $600 to $1,000 on any sale that they do, even if they use a mentor, right? And let's say you get a couple of affiliates, because why wouldn't you get affiliates? They're free. You should get 5 to 8 affiliates from that meeting. Everybody, this is a golden nugget I'm going to give you. Everybody that you introduce to the business that does not sign up should at the very, very least be your affiliate. Why wouldn't they? It costs no money. It costs them a minute of their time to sign up as an affiliate. Does that make sense? Because here's what happens with the affiliates. By the way, here's another golden nugget on affiliates. Those of you guys that work with me before, you know this. Those of you guys that haven't, you don't know this yet. So I'm going to tell you. The goal within 1 year is to have no less, it's an interesting number, than 50 affiliates frontline to you. These are the free affiliates. I say that's an interesting number because there happens to be 50 people in the meeting as we speak right now. If you, a year from now 51, if a year from now, you have 50 affiliates that know that you are a solar pro and they're your solar affiliate, your Encore affiliate, I guarantee you, you will get leads. It'll be hard for you to quit the business. It wouldn't make sense to quit the business. Not only that, you refer 4, yours is free. You got no overhead. You got your nationwide solar business and it's free because you referred 4 that are active. So if you get 50, I guarantee you, you're gonna get some business from them. But the goal within your first year is 50 affiliates. So let's keep going. So this is one of my favorite scripts. This script here, ladies and gentlemen, is a non-invasive script. It's a non-salesy script. This is the informed script, meaning you're just informing them of what you're doing. You could literally use this script with anybody in your warm market, your chicken list, your not chicken list, anybody. So here's how it goes. This is a script that I came up with myself, and it worked phenomenal. After the small talk, hey, John, listen, the reason why I want to give you a call is to let you know that I actually just got started in the solar industry, and 2 bullet points. I'm very excited about it, and this is what I'm going to be doing for the next 15 to 20 years. I'm letting you know, just in case you know of anybody who either, 2 more bullet points, has questions about solar, or anybody that may be interested in solar, I'd appreciate if you'd keep me in mind. Simple. So let's say there's no excuse for anybody not to make, see, you're not really calling to directly recruit them. You're calling to inform them. So I'm going to go through it briefly. Hey, John, listen, the reason why I'm calling you, bros, because I want to let you know that I just started in the solar industry and I'm super excited about this. And this is what I'm going to be doing for the next 15 to 20 years. Anyways, man, I'm just letting you know in case you know of anybody who either, has questions about solar, or if you know of anybody may be interested in going solar, I'd appreciate it if you'd keep me in mind. Now, check this out. If they reply with anything positive, you reply with this. I appreciate that, bro. By the way, our company has a really cool affiliate program where they actually pay you $1,000 for anyone that you refer to us that decides to go solar. See, so you're that you got to get through the list. You got to get through the numbers. If you actually make your long list and you're calling them, the solar industry is a respectable industry. It's a career that people know about. People know that it's a real business out there, right? Now, if they brush you off, you just move on. Big deal. But if they say anything positive, if they say things like, oh, really? Yeah, that sounds good, bro. Yeah, I'll keep you in mind. Yeah, sounds good. Hey, by the way, now here you can go a little bit more aggressive. Here you could go ahead and invite them to check out the business. Invite them to check out a pre-recorded presentation, which, by the way, did we put my recorded presentation in the chat? Let me know if we put my recorded presentation in the chat. The one that I recorded 2 days ago. So this is a very simple script. Now, this
I put it in.
Okay, thank you very much. This is a script, ladies and gentlemen, that is as if you got a job for them. Some of you guys are business owners, so you change a couple things, right? Same thing, but look, I want to let you know, give you a call to let you know that I just started my solar business. See, not that you just started in the solar industry, but you just started your own solar business. Notice the changes are in capital letters. I'm very excited, and this is what I'm going to be building, keyword, building for the next 15 to 20 years. I'm just letting you know in case you know of anybody who either has questions about solar or anybody that may be interested in going solar. I'd appreciate it if you keep my company in mind. Same thing, I changed a couple things because some of you guys are business owners and people know that you're business owners. And you're not just in the solar industry, but you started your own solar brokerage. See, I make it seem almost like it's a franchise type of deal. I just gave you guys a gold nugget. The posture. Let me drink some water. The posture that you build your business with is going to help you out. It's going to either help you or hurt you. If your posture is weak and the way that you think, I think of this business, you know how? Like it's my solar franchise. I act as if it cost me no less than 50,000 bucks. I forked out 50 G's. Boom. I better get some return on my investment. The problem with the business being $99 once and $49 a month or $99 a month, the good thing is that it's easy entry. 99 once, 99 a month. The bad thing is that it's 99 once, 99 a month. Some people think it's a $99 per month business, and they could not be further from the truth. If you knew what I know, I'll give you an example. I know solar owners that have a local company that cover like 15 cities, not states, cities in Southern California. They don't even cover all Southern California. You want to go to San Francisco? They're not even close to covering San Francisco. That invested over $100,000 and have over $10,000 to $15,000 per month in overhead. And when they make a sale, they do not make what you and I would make on the same sale. I want to drive this point home. There's people that, so think about it. That guy's mindset, he put 100 grand and he's got a $10,000 nut to cover every month. And we compare proposals. How much would you make on that? How is it possible, might be your question. How is it possible that we make more money than that little solar company owner? Here's why. 2 words: buying power. Our installer, Freedom Forever, buys way more panels, way more equipment, 1,000 times more than that little installer does. He says, so I've recruited local installers like this. And I say, listen, here's the deal, bro. You see the numbers. You could only sell in Southern California, not even all of Southern California. You don't have an option to sell outside of Southern California, not even Northern California, much less other states. When your guys find out that they can make more selling for our company than you make selling for your company, not to mention what they make, it's inevitable that they're going to come to our company. So at the very least, what I would encourage that you get a position and put all your deals that are outside. I've literally had guys close down their own company and come and work with us. That's the kind of opportunity that we've got. But again, it's perspective. Because if we put 50 grand into this deal and had just a $2,000 a month overhead, how much more serious will we take this business? When your answer becomes, I'm going to take it that serious regardless, those are the people that you're going to see really take their business to another level. And that's what helped me. I realized the opportunity that we had. That's why we're going to take it to another level. So here we go. If they reply with anything positive, hey, I appreciate that, bro. By the way, I'm having a grand opening. Now, see, I'm taking more of an aggressive approach to recruit. I'm having, I appreciate that. I'm having a grand opening via Zoom because our business is nationwide. Okay, let me let this guy in. The goal is to show people how to become our affiliates for free. And because, again, we pay $1,000 per referral for anybody go solar. Can I count on you to make it? This is where you would invite them to either a live webinar like the one we're having tomorrow at 5 p.m. or you send them the video, which is in the chat, of a pre-recorded presentation. I record the video in the chat. I've already recruited like 10 people with that video that watched the video. I send it to a whole bunch of people. They say, hey, man, this total, Barbie being one of them. Matter of fact, Barbie, she went on my YouTube channel because she told me to send her the video, and it took me a little bit too long to send it to her. She searched it. She found it, messaged me, JC, I went on your YouTube channel. I saw the video. It makes total sense. I'm joining with the 99 monthly. Let's get it going. And now she's here in training. You got to be proactive, right? So you could get that video into some people's hands today, right? And get them to watch that video. That way they join the business and tomorrow they can invite their own people. So here's a question I have for you guys. How many people here today are committed to having a couple of guests on tomorrow's 5 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Eastern webinar? I want you to raise your hand and put it in the chat. Okay. Remember, this is a contact sport. The more people you contact, the better you're going to do. So you want to be unemotional about the outcome. Write this down for your notes. This is one of my favorite quotes that I came up with. 99% of the things, the quotes you hear me say that are cool, I did not come up with. This is one of the ones I did come up with. You cannot control the outcome, but you could control the output. I can't control the outcome, but I can control the output. If I call 200 people and message 200 people, I can't control what they're going to do with the information, if they're going to blow me off or not, if they're going to be interested or not. Can't control that. But I could control how much output I do. Does that make sense? So I'm going to talk to anybody and everybody. I'm not going to prejudge anybody. I'm going to have a great attitude. Those are the things I can control. Okay. So contact sport, great. I'm not going to get into this stuff that much, but here's one thing I want you guys to know. The PS3, peak interest, show the plan, three-way call. You want to pique their interest. We gave you some scripts to pique the interest. Show the plan, that's either the proposal or the business opportunity. And then finally, a three-way call if needed. These days, we do a lot of Zooms. You might have some people that have, say, hey, man, I'm interested. I've got a couple of questions about solar. Great. Do a three-way call with one of the leaders so we can get those questions answered for them. And there's one more slide here. Okay, I'll go through a couple of these. Here's an aggressive approach with trusted people that I love. Okay, this is an aggressive recruiting approach. John, what are you doing on Monday, in this case Tuesday, at 5 p.m. that's more important than making $100,000 in 2024 from home? Or you can replace, the blue is replaceable. How to replace your income from home, how to be financially free, how to send your kids to a private school, whatever their motivation is. If you got a guy, a friend of yours, that wants to put his kids in a private school, for example, hey, John, what are you doing on tomorrow night at 8 p.m. Eastern that's more important than learning how to put your kids in that private school? What are you doing tomorrow that's more important than learning how to make $100,000 from home in 2024? That is an aggressive approach. Can we agree? Now, some of your people are not the people that you should approach with this approach. Okay? Not everybody this approach is for. Okay? This is not for everybody. This is for some people, the reds. Here's another one that I love. Sarah, if 10 years ago you knew what you know now about EXP or Amazon, pick whatever one of these companies, EXP, Amazon, Uber, whatever. Any of these disruptive companies. Sarah, if 10 years ago you knew what you know now about EXP Realty and had the opportunity to invest or get involved, would you have done it? They say yes. It's a rhetorical question. You know the answer to that question. They say yes. Awesome. I've got something bigger than EXP. I've got something bigger than Amazon. And you want to let them know about the company that we're doing, invite them. Let me send you a video so you can check it out. What is it? It's actually the Uber or the EXP of the solar industry. Trust me, watch this video. Or trust me, get on this webinar. Let's keep going. If I send you some information, would you take 15 or 20 minutes to look at it, right? This is kind of a continuation to what we just did. And then you want to send them the proper video. Okay. Mike, have you ever considered the solar industry? This is flat. Again, the beautiful thing about this industry is that it's easy to talk about solar. People are not like, oh, forget it. Now, of course, you might get some people like that. But most network marketing companies, they want to hide what is it that they're selling, right? Here, it's open. It's cool to be open about it. I just started working with a solar company, and these guys are making a killing. Okay. Are you open to checking it out and let me know? If so, I'll send you some information. John, eventually everybody's going to go solar. Okay. This company pays between $6,000 and $7,000 per sale, right? This is some additional stuff. And this is as I have a conversation with some of these people, I let them know, look, bro, here's one thing I noticed. Eventually everybody's going to go solar. These guys are making $6,000 to $7,000 per sale. Some of these guys are closing 2 deals a month to 10 deals a month. I mean, they're doing great. If you're open, I'll send you some information. A key word in recruiting is nonchalant. Nonchalant. I'm nonchalant when I talk to these people. Like, hey, look, if I ask Mike, if I ask John, have you ever considered the solar industry? Have you ever considered the solar industry? Right, here it is. He's, I don't know about that, man. I heard some negative reviews and stuff. Well, look, some of these guys that are working with the company that I just partnered up with are doing 2 to 10 sales per month. They're absolutely crushing it, right? And if you're open, I'll send you some information. I heard some negative stuff before as well. After I looked into it, I realized it actually makes a whole lot of sense. If you're open to taking a look at some information, I'll send you some information. I don't care about the outcome. I care about the output. Because I know that if he says yes or if he says no, tell me yes or tell me no, but tell me fast because I got to go. Tell me yes or tell me no, but tell me fast because I got to go. I'm unemotional. Here's the thing. I'm going to build an army. Some people don't want to build an army. Some people say, hey, listen, I just want to sell solar, make some extra money. Perfect. We have an opportunity for you. If you want to build an army, guess what? We've got an army for it. You could build an army. So for those of you that want to build a huge organization, make it huge, passive and residual income, here's what I'm going to tell you. I do too. Now, I'm going to give you another golden nugget. If somebody asks me, JC, you want to build a team of 100,000 people. That's right. Where are those 100,000 people going to come from? Here's my answer, ladies and gentlemen. Wherever they're at right now. Meaning, it doesn't matter. Wherever they're at right now, there may be a guy that's in Canada that's moving from Canada to the US and he's going to build with us. And his name's Dejan. And that's going to be one of my key guys that I'm going to build this with. I don't know where in the world they're at. That's none of my business. You know what is my business? Putting one foot in front of the other, using the proven system, connecting, making a minimum of an 18-month commitment and going all out massive action. The rest will take care of itself. The creator is going to put the right people in my path, is going to take the wrong people out of my path, and that's where I'm going to go. Because I can't control the outcome, I can control the output. And if I do enough of the good output with the right opportunity and the right team, the vision will come clear, right? So we're going to close this up. Do you keep your income options open to side projects and the money's attractive enough? I love to use this with people I know and people I don't know. So what do you do, right? So I'm not going to get into this. We're done with this here, okay? Because I got to start my sales meeting and I got to get there. So ladies and gentlemen, this is recorded. I recommend that you guys watch the recording. But there's a couple of things that we need to do. Here's a last piece of information I'm going to give you. Here's a goal, ladies and gentlemen. The goal is this. Let me bring this up. Okay, I may have missed this somewhere. Here's a goal. Anyways, the goal is to get you your first 3 sales within your first 45 days. Okay? First 3 sales within 45 days and your first 4 consultants that you personally introduce. Why am I saying your first 4 consultants? Can somebody tell me in the chat why I say get your 4 recruits? So your first 3 sales, that's your first level, your first level, meaning you now move on to closing sales on your own. And if you close 3 sales, you made between $7,000 and $14,000. Not too shabby. So what if we get you to do that in 30 to 45 days? And then if you refer 4, yours is free. Here's my question. How many of you guys are committed? Not interested, committed. Here's the difference. Committed people are going to do what has to get done regardless, even if it's uncomfortable. People that are interested will do what needs to get done when it's convenient. Oh, when it's convenient. The game is on and training is on. I'm going to watch the game. I'll try to catch a recording later. That's a person that's merely interested in success. I'm talking about those of you that are committed, that say, you know what, I've had enough. I'm sick and tired of being sick and tired. This business is going to work for me. How many of you guys are committed? I want you to put a number 1 in the chat if you are in the category of being committed. And if you don't participate in the chat, it's either because you're driving or maybe you're not committed, and that's okay. Some of you guys want to make part-time income, and that's perfectly fine. That doesn't mean that you're not committed. I'm committed to making a part-time income. That's perfectly fine. So here's my other question. I love it. I got a bunch of ones. The last question is this: how many of you guys are committed to the next 30 to 45 days getting your 3 and 4? 3 sales, 4 recruits. 3 sales, 4 recruits. 3 sales, 4 recruits. I want you to say, I am. I am, I am, I am. Let's put it in the chat, because how you launch your business will inspire and duplicate through your. What if I'm one of your 4? And I got started, I say, wait a minute, Barbie, Nicholas, Jonathan, you're telling me that in your first 45 days, you sold 3 deals? What'd you make on every those 3 deals? I made about 3-4 grand on each one. So you made about 10 G's. Yes. That's never happened in MLM before. And you're telling me you recruited your 4, so you made $120 in coded fast start bonuses, plus your business is now free, no overhead. And you're on track to making a $500 per month residual income. You did all that in 45 days. Yes. And you could literally do all of that with the training that we went through today. Now, you got to practice. You're going to kiss a couple frogs, right? You're going to get some no's, of course. That's a part of the business. Anyways, I hope you guys got some value from today's presentation. Let's see, Jessica, make sure that Stephanie uploads this to our training channel ASAP, and put it as, just make sure she uploads it like she normally does. Cool. We're going to go ahead and let me stop recording. I'm going to take 2 questions and we're going to wrap it up.